Good morning, eighth grade. Hope you guys are doing well. Just wanted to check in with you here as we have our last school day before Christmas break. Just a quick connection to our season in the liturgical calendar. It is the season of Advent, and we are getting closer now to our big feast of Christmas. It's in a week. Hard to believe, right? And just a reminder that these are the traditions of Advent: extra prayer, extra sacrifices, preparation, and waiting. So even though our world is all about Christmas right now, our Catholic Church says slow down. Let's prepare our minds and hearts to fully prepare for the coming of Jesus. And this is where we have that shift, half and half. First half of Advent, let's prepare for the end of the world. And if we did that the right way, we would truly be able to prepare for the coming of Jesus on Christmas Day. So I just want to give a shout out to our number one saint of Advent, and I think he is probably the most under-recognized and underrated saint in our Catholic Church, and that would be Saint John the Baptist. All right, so we could look to him as an example of how we should live our lives, and that is by one of his famous quotes: "Prepare the way of the Lord." All right, so it's just a little reflection. How do we do that in our life? Do we prepare ourselves, first of all, for our relationship with God? And do we help others get closer to God? As I'm sure many of you guys know, he was the one that baptized Jesus. And so he was preparing people before Jesus started his ministry for the Messiah, the Savior of the world to come. So we should be doing that in our own actions, living a life of holiness to bring people closer to God. All right, so for our final activity, at least with me this year, what I would like you guys to do is just to think about the last 9 months of the year. All right, so I had the honor and the privilege of working with you guys, as your math teacher back in the spring, and it's nice to see some major improvement from a lot of you guys in your habits when it comes to the live classes, and we're going to continue that next year. And so again, cameras should be on. You guys should be turning your things in. Any nonsense, any misbehavior, we're just going to remove you, and then you're going to lose points. All right, we're preparing you guys. Hard to believe, right, that you guys are getting ready for high school now. And there's a possibility that you guys are going to have some type of remote hybrid model when you go back in the fall. So we want you guys to be prepared and to make us proud to say, you know what, I've done remote learning now, and I'm really good at it. Not to mention, we don't know what's going to happen in January with a possible rise in cases. We might not be in person very often. So we will be ready for it regardless. And it doesn't matter if you're in the building or if you're there at home. Create that structure, stick to your schedule, and let's give our best effort at all times. All right, so a reflection is always a good way to pray, is to always look back at something, your day, and in this case, the year. All right, so I'm going to share a short assignment with you guys, and you can take your time to do it. There's no rush on it, but it's a really good reflection activity. All right, so number one, how has COVID affected your life? All right, obviously, all right, you're at home now. Where you wouldn't have been, and we miss you guys here, and we miss that excitement that we would have had in the main building today of just anticipation and getting ready for a major holiday and for 2 weeks off. What weren't you able to do because of it? All right, so I want you guys to think back over the last 9 months. What were some of the activities and the things and events that you weren't able to do? I can think of some here at school that you would have been participating in that you weren't able to do, and this is very possible, in your regular lives as well. On the other side, what did you do or start new because of it? All right, so there's a lot of good things that have come from COVID: new habits, new routines, new activities. Just reflect and think, okay, what have I done new now that I hadn't done before? All right, here's a perfect example. Class online, Zooms, Meets. All right, next, what are you more thankful for because of this whole experience? All right, so hopefully you're not only looking at the negative parts and the challenges of this. There's a lot of hidden blessings that come from this experience, and this is the mystery of God. God is allowing this to happen because he wants people to rise up and to grow and develop in a lot of different ways. So just think back and think, how have you become a better person? What are some of the new things now that you appreciate that possibly you didn't appreciate before? And then lastly, what are you most looking forward to in 2021? All right, so you guys have the special honor of being our eighth grade leaders in the school. And so even though Your ability to lead has been restricted because of our pandemic regulations. When we come back in 2021, we're going to try to get you guys more involved in different ways to be the school leaders, so you guys can really embrace that role before you move on. All right, I've seen some great improvement since you guys were right down the hall from me in 6th grade, and we want that to continue to come. So please take this time over the next 2 weeks. Use it wisely. Complete any missing activities. Rest, relax, appreciate those around you, grow in your faith, and most importantly, let's get ready to reset and to improve in 2021. You guys will be graduating, God willing, in June, and how exciting of a thought is that? All right, you guys are moving on to your next chapter, and there's so many great leaders and potential and students with great potential in your grade. So we want you guys to embrace that role, to realize it, and to go on and to do great things and to make us proud, which we know you will. All right, so just on behalf of everybody here, we miss you guys. Have a great, happy rest of Advent and a happy, early, and blessed Christmas. All right, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, guys. Take care.